Hey everybody, good morning. Happy Mother's Day. I sure wish we could be with you this morning, but we're over here in Knoxville visiting Amy's mom for Mother's Day. So glad you guys can be there, glad we can be here, and may the Lord's blessings be on all of us today on this great day to celebrate moms. I wanted to say a few words to you this morning before we get going with the rest of the service because it might seem like this is just something we're doing to pass the time or because I'm out of town, but it actually fits really well with what we've been talking about when talking about practicing the presence of God. And I'll say more about this in the coming weeks, but there's more to practicing the presence than just focusing on God. Jesus gave us two commands: love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Love your neighbor as yourself. And the key to both of those is love. And what we come to understand is it's two sides of the same coin. What John tells us in 1 John is if you don't love your neighbor whom you have seen, you can't love God whom you haven't seen. And so more than just practicing the presence of God, where we're going with this is practicing the presence of each other as well. That practicing the presence is the path toward love. It's how we love. We're in a culture where love doesn't necessarily make sense anymore. It's a word that gets bandied about a lot. So this entire series of practicing the presence is a way for us to come at what it means to love God and to love neighbor in a way that helps us think through what that looks like day to day, what that means, in a way that love, since we use that word too frequently to mean too many different things that have nothing to do with what we're talking about, don't do for us. So we're going to practice the presence this morning in a different way. And as I said, it's really in keeping with where we've been. It's also very biblical. I was thinking this week about Mary, the mother of Jesus, and she was the first one to get to be with Jesus. 9 months before anyone else got to be with Jesus at all, she carried him around in her womb. So she was practicing the presence of God in a way that none of us have ever done. And you see that in Scripture when she visits Elizabeth in different points. She knew she was carrying the Son of God. She knew that what she was carrying was special. And then again at the cross, we see Jesus paying attention to Mary. Mary's still there in his presence. And he gives time in his last moments, gives breath as he's about to die to tell the beloved disciple in John 19 to take care of his mother, to treat her as if she's his own mother. So this idea of Mary enjoying the presence of Jesus and Jesus honoring the presence of his mother are both very biblical. And perhaps the most famous way we can look at this in terms of being biblical is the passage in Proverbs 31, which talks about an honored woman, a woman of valor, an honored mother. And I'm going to have Maddie come up and read that passage in just a moment. But before she does, I want to tell you a little bit about that, because here again, just like we misuse love so often in our culture, this passage, for Christians especially, has been badly misused. And before Maddie reads it, I want to take just a moment to put it in context so that you don't hear it wrong and hear something from it that it's not. What Proverbs 31 is not is a to-do list. It's not some standard that you have to measure up to. What Proverbs 31 is, and what it has been used for in the Jewish community for thousands of years, is a song of blessing, a poem of honor toward women. Husbands would sing this, still to this day, sing this over their wives. Children sing this to their mother, not as a way of saying, hey, you need to go do these things for me, but saying, we love you, we honor you. You are a woman of valor, you are honored, you are blessed. And we rise up and we give time, we give attention to say how wonderful you are, how much we love you, how much we appreciate all that you do to make our lives function. That's the context that I hope you hear what Maddie's going to read to you in as she comes up. And then after Maddie comes up, I'm going to open it up, and I want as many of you as can to come to the front and get in the microphone and share similar words of blessing. Take some time to tell everyone how great your mom is, how much you love her, what she's done for you. Let's take time out to honor and to bless our mom. Let's take time to love them and to and to be in their presence fully and to give them our full attention. This is right and is good, and I'm really glad we're doing it. And I hope we get a chance to record this and then we can share it. So even if your mom's not present, if there's a chance she can hear it later, go ahead and get up and speak. So she might be able to listen to it at a later point. That would be really good. And then after we've done that, and I really want as many of you as possible to share, the young kids, the adults, everyone, take some time with this. There's no rush. It's important. This is important stuff that you're going to do. So to do it well and take time with it. And then last, once that's done, everyone's had a chance and everyone feels like they've said their piece. I want you to gather around and lay hands on all the moms. If your mom is present, lay hands on your mom. If your wife is present, lay hands on your wife. But I'd like for every mother who's present to have at least a couple of people praying with them. And so if you have to do it in rounds, then do it in rounds. Take some time with this as well. And just speak words of blessing and affirmation over these women. It's a hard thing being a mom. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of sleepless nights. There's a lot of thankless labor that goes in. So let's take time to thank them. Let's take time to honor the moms. And let's make this a really special service. So I've been praying for this all week. I've been thinking about this all week. I hope this goes really well. And you take it seriously and give it the focus and the attention that it deserves. Give these women the blessing and the honor that they deserve. So happy Mother's Day. Moms, I love you. You're wonderful. You're great. You are the glue that holds this church together. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Blessings. Bye.